If you want to know how to top up your boiler pressure or just figure out the current pressure of your boiler, stay tuned and we'll explain everything you need to know. In this video we're going to go through how to find your pressure gauge, the filling loop and how to top up the pressure if needed, also possible reasons why it might be low. Low boiler pressure may be an indication of a leak on the system if it's dropping often. For most, this is not a very common problem and will be more than likely due to recently bleeding a radiator or recent work on the system. This can also happen naturally over time and isn't always something to be worried about, as long as you don't have to keep topping up the pressure every few days. First of all, you want to find the pressure gauge of your boiler. This will indicate the current pressure of your system. Here we have a Viessmann 050, and as you can see on this boiler, the pressure gauge is situated in the bottom right hand corner. This will have an indicator showing you the current pressure. On more recent boilers, this could be a digital indicator on the front of your boiler. If you are struggling to find the pressure gauge, then it's always best to refer to your boiler's manual. Typically, the safe zones for your boiler pressure is between 1 and 1.5 bar. Again, you can check the boiler's manual for the recommended pressure of your boiler. Now we need to find the filling loop. This will allow us to top up the pressure on your boiler. Remember, this may vary on different brands. For example, on this Viessmann 050, you will find this connected between these two pipes. If the pressure is too low, then topping up the pressure of your boiler is the first thing to do. If after topping up your pressure you are finding this is dropping again after a couple of days, then this can be an indicator that you have a leak in your system. It is always best to check the pressure of your system when it's cold or the boiler is turned off. When the boiler is on or hot, you can expect the pressure to rise to around 2 bar. If the pressure is too high, this could potentially be damaging to the boiler or your system. You can always release pressure from your system by bleeding the radiator and releasing some water into a jug. Keep checking the pressure of your boiler to see if this is dropping. Okay then, so you've found the boiler pressure gauge and the filling loop and have identified that the pressure is too low and needs topping up. If the filling loop is a typical loop pipe such as this one on the boiler, then first open one of the black valves on the filling loop. Then open the second valve. When doing this, you should instantly hear the water flowing through the pipe. Open the valve slowly as the pressure can rise quite fast. The target pressure should be around 1.5 bar and the system should be cold or the boiler should be switched off. After this, you can bleed the radiators to ensure that there is no remaining air left in the system. Then check to make sure the pressure is around 1.5 bar before turning the boiler back on. If the pressure has dropped after bleeding the radiators, then repeat this process until getting the target of 1.5 bar. It is very important that if you have a manual filling loop such as this one, that you close the valves after reaching the desired pressure, as leaving this open can cause problems with your boiler and the system. And remember, if you are in any doubt, then please refer to the boiler's manual or talk to a professional engineer.